Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NoGod21. Welcome to Let's Play Dark Souls 3, the third in the Dark Souls trilogy. And the last Souls game I'll be playing for the foreseeable future. And probably the last FromSoft game, actually, I'm going to be playing for the foreseeable future because I'm getting sick and tired of being beaten over the head by FromSoft's bullshit sometimes. Anyway, let's just jump into this. New game. Hang on, actually, before I do that, let me change up my settings real quick. Just in case nothing I did is correct. Okay, so that's fine. Just brightness till flame is visible and dragon is invisible. Well, no matter what I do, I'm going to be seeing the dragons, so, because of the color palette of this fucking game. I'm going to leave it at 2 just to see if it's... okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, as I was saying, new game! Let's just jump straight into it, no bullshit.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Well, that was an intro, I would say, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. Fuck. Anyway. Intro aside, so looks like the fire's fading once again. But things have gone wrong if we're here, so we probably have to fix everything that's going on. And this is my second attempt at recording this, because the first time I thought I clicked the button, I did click the button, but as you know, my mouse likes to double click things because it's old, worn out, and I need to get a new one. It hit the record button twice, stopping the recording. So I went through the entire character creation process, and yeah, that was fun. So, yeah. Oh, why am I tired? Oh wait, I know why I'm tired, because I never get any fucking sleep recently. It's almost as if that having a month of no sleep is bad for you. Well, not technically a month of no sleep, but basically getting insomnia because of personal issues involving family members. Anyway, Dark Souls 3 is the third installment of the Dark Souls franchise, and the final one because Sekiro and Elden Ring and Bloodborne do not count. Dark Souls is a trilogy. There's a reason why it's Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, regardless, since this team was headed up by Miyazaki this time around, it takes after his last game, which was Bloodborne, which means this game is more closely related to Bloodborne than the other two Souls games. For better or for worse, depending on your preferences. And we'll get to those later. Anyway, gender, male, age, young, classes. Let's get these out of the way. We got the Knight, the Mercenary, who wields the preferred weapon of all speedrunners for this game for some reason. The Warrior, the Herald, the Thief, the Assassin, the Sorcerer, the Pyromancer, the Cleric, and the Deprived. We're playing a Pyromancer because I'm going to be doing something different this time around. And, Demon Souls 1, I basically went full on Miracle because, you know, Moonlight, Holy Blade, Holy Sword, Sword of Moonlight, Large Sword of Moonlight, was a faith scaling weapon in Demon Souls. Dark Souls 1, I went with Artorias, so I was a jack of all trades, and in Dark Souls 2, I was pure sorcery because of the Moonlight Greatsword. And yes, the Moonlight Greatsword's in here too, but it could be a while before I can grab the damn thing. So I decided to do the build I was planning on doing in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. Spell Sword Buffing, where I gain access to all the types of magic in the game while buffing my main weapon. And to do that, the best class to start off with is Pyromancer, because it starts with 14 in intelligence and faith. And I need both of those stats in order to gain access to all the buffing spells. And am I view controls? No. I can't access any of the stats just yet. Okay. Although, if this is your if you ever decide to play Dark Souls 3, you're watching this video, hi, where you been for the last few years? Anyway, I knew people. Pick the Knight for new players. Why? Because the Knight has some of the best armor in the game, period. I'm not kidding, by the way. The Knight starting class of Dark Souls 3 is the best starting class you can pick, and has some of the best armor. For a very good reason that I'll tell you later when we get to a blacksmith. Mercenary, as I said, his weapon is the speedrunner's choice because of the amount of damage it outputs. We got, let's see, a Herald starts with heal, the Thief starts with a bow, the Assassin starts with a overpowered weapon for staggering bitches, as well as, that is, I believe that's fall control, if I remember correctly. Or is it spook? I don't remember. Point is, he gets a spell that makes him immune to fall damage, or makes his feet invisible, I forget which. The Sorcerer starts with a ring, which actually, if I remember correctly, increases spell damage, as well as Soul Arrow and Heavy Soul Arrow, so he's actually useful at the start. Oh yeah, I forgot. Pyromancer starts with a ring, that's very useful, and we get Fireball. So yeah, Pyromancer. We get a shitty hand axe, but it's better than nothing. We can choose our Burial Gift, which is a life ring, nothing new. Divine Blessing new. Hidden Blessing, which restores FP, which is a mechanic that's going to be very controversial. But I say it's a welcome change because they changed how the spell system works and FP is involved. But we'll explain that later. Black Firebombs, the Fire Gem, which most people pick because it guarantees a fire weapon at the start of the game, which is useful at low levels but becomes outclassed later on. Sovereignless Soul for some extra souls to level up a little bit quicker. Rusted Gold Coins, which increases item discovery, which is a bit of a bitch in this game. And I should know it's a bitch in this game, because I did the offline farming for fucking Vertebrae Shackles to get the fucking Pyromancy achievement. And let me tell you, that farm was a bitch. That farm was a bitch. Cracked red eye orbs and white young branches. We're not going to collect any of the... We're not going to pick any of these because we can get all this crap, but we're going to get a fire gem just for early damage, and it also matches the aesthetic here. Let's see, we're going to do the standard build appearance. Fortunately, I had the face that I created saved up. Discard preset changes load favorite, yes. Which, oddly enough, other than the skin tone and eye color, is the exact same face that I made on the PS4 version of Dark Souls 3. I made the exact same fucking face. And I did this by fucking memory. Huh. We're also gonna change up some physique here. No, wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. When you save to favorite, you save everything that you do on this screen. Okay, am I missing anything? Build, appearance, voice, here we go. Yep, the young voice. You gotta love the following. Hi, Dark Souls 2. Thought you sounded familiar. And just to make sure that I'm not going crazy. Okay. I am recording. Good. Okay, so I got my gift, I got my class, I've got my... Oh yeah, I gotta enter the name. And as tradition, Jack is back and here to kill and kick ass. Okay, now, can I... Explanation, here we go. We got our level, that's fine. Vigor, governing Sorry about that. Anyway, Vigor, attribute governing HP, also governs resistance to frost, because frost damage is a thing in this game. It's new, and not many people use it. Well, enemies, I should say. Attunement, attribute governing FP, also determines the number of attunement slots. Endurance, governs stamina, and also governs resistance to lightning damage and bleeding. Nice to see that it changes how the stats work. Attribute governing physical defense, though this is also affected by other attributes. Also governs maximum equipment load and poison resistance. Strength. We know what strength does. Also improves your fire resistance. Dexterity is very useful to have for spellcasters because it reduces your spellcasting time and also decreases your falling damage. So dexterity, very useful. Intelligence, attribute required to cast sorceries and pyromancies, increases spell potency. Pyromancy is affected by both magic, faith, and intelligence. Magic defense is also calculated from this attribute. Hooray. Faith, attribute required to cast miracles and pyromancies, increases spell potency. Dark defense is also calculated from this attribute. And our luck stat, which increases our item discovery and ups our bleeding and poison defense, and also our curse resistance. So yeah, they changed up how the stats worked again. And let's just jump into it. Finalize creation? Yes. Start this game with this character? Yes. Well, this is morbid. We start the game in a cemetery. Blech. Cemetery of Ash. We literally hop out of a coffin. And from a distance, we look very pissed off. I would be too, if I was sleeping in a coffin and woke up from the sound of a bell. Whoa, this feels... Whoa, holy shit, this feels weird. I'm used to console performance of Dark Souls 3. Holy shit, I can immediately tell the difference. Okay, so the right stick controls the camera, that's nothing new. That's still dodge. That's still the regular attack. Okay. That's still block. That's still parry. That's still the charge attack. And oh yes, you may have noticed we have a blue bar on the screen. Explanation? Here's how they change things up a bit. FP. Used to use spells and skills. Use the Ashen Estus Flask or rest at a bonfire to replenish. They removed spell counters. They've gone back to a fucking mana pool. Thank God. I'd rather have a mana bar rather than dealing with fucking spell slots any day of the week. Thank you very much. Anyway, what the fuck do they mean by skills? Well, they also changed things up by having each weapon have its own unique skill. Here we are. For example, the hand axe. A crude hand axe that serves as both a weapon and a tool of many uses. Favored by pyromancers of the Great Swamp, this axe has short range, but only moderate weight and reasonable damage. Easily wielded and more powerful than it appears. Its unique skill is War Cry, but a spirited War Cry that temporarily boosts attack damage. So yeah. Every single piece of weaponry, including shields, have their own skills. Some of them are passive and don't require FP, some do. For the Pyromancy Flame. Flame catalyst used by pyromancers. Equip Pyromancy Flame to utilize pyromancy. Pyromancy must be attuned at a bonfire before use. This skill is the combustion pyromancy, we get it for free. Create a powerful flame in the wielder's hand. One of the most basic of pyromancies, and for this very reason, the flame created is fierce. Works while equipped in either hand. And the Caduceus Round Shield. Standard round wooden shield is decorated with twin snakes, an ancient symbol of the Great Swamp. Wooden shields are light, manageable, and offer relatively high magic absorption. Useless to me. Its skill is the parry. Repel an attack at the right time to follow up with a critical hit. Works while equipped in either hand. Anyway. Regular attack. Strong attack. Lock on and release. I like how, as the games progress, the tutorials get shorter and shorter. It's like, okay, this is the third game in the series. One shot. You probably know what you're doing by now if you stuck with us for this long. Have a small tutorial. Yep, everything's still the same as always. I'm still clicking in the left stick to jump. Soul of a desecrated corpse. Now, I wonder how many times I'm gonna die in this game. Hi, buddy. Bye, buddy. Ashen Estus Flask. We now have two different types of Estus. One that heals HP and the other that restores FP. An undead treasure fills these dull green flasks. Fill Estus with at bonfires, drink to restore HP. The journey of an undead has always traced the bonfires, and no journey of import has been made without an Estus flask. Undead treasure, these dull ashen flask. Filled with Estus at bonfires and drink to restore FP. I'm going to be using these a lot. Quite befitting of an unkindled. An ashen Estus flask turns a bonfire's heat cold. So we are literally drinking liquid fire and liquid ice. Great. Okay, that's nothing new. Oh, backstab tutorial. Yeah, starting with Bloodborne, they don't do proper tutorials, they just throw you right into the meat grinder. Demon Souls, an entire prologue level. Dark Souls 1, the Undead Asylum. Dark Souls 2, the, Things Betwixt. It took me for a second to remember the name. Here, the Cemetery of Ash is just like, hey, here you go, have fun, have at it. Parry and riposte. Yeah, you expect me to parry these shitheads? Yeah, yeah, good luck parrying any of that. Just fucking backstab. And of course we got the kick. I said we got the... There we go. Oh god, that time... I'm gonna have to get used to that. Anyway. What's up? Press that to exit button to use an item. To two-hand, and to attack with two-handing. Dead. Dead. Oh, you dropped something. Fading soul. Oh yeah, might as well explain how item discovery works. Explanation. Here we go. Poise. The ability to withstand attacks without breaking form. This is a lie. Poise in this game does not work like it does in the old games. This name is the wrong name to use for it. As you may have noticed, our defense is also different as well. Item discovery. Likelihood of finding items on the corpses of defeated foes. Essentially, the higher the item discovery, the better. It's basically working on 1,000%. Wait, not 1,000. 1,000 system where having like close to 500 means you'll have like a 5% chance to get an item that's like a 1% drop rate. It's stupid. I fucking hate it because of fucking vertebrae shackles. Anyway. Defense is broken up into two separate categories. We got your flat defense and your absorption. Defense against and absorption of standard physical damage. Defense is calculated by a character's attributes, and absorption is by the combined values of all the equipped armor and additional effects. Okay. And the resistances are obvious. Combined total value of all equipped armor resistance to bleeding. The higher this value, the more difficult it is to start bleeding. Yeah, the resistances are easy enough to figure out. Defense is misleading, as well as poise is just an outright lie, because it's not poise, it's hyper armor. Here's how poise works in this game, right? The ability to stand still while your enemies wail on you without being able to be staggered out of any animation is gone. It's just straight up gone. It does not exist. It does not work like that anymore. Mainly because it's fucking broken as shit. Instead, let me show you. I can charge up my Axis R2 attack, right? If I had, say, 300 poise, this attack would have hyper armor. That's what the poise stat is for. It's for doing attacks like this. It's for when you have giant, big weapons, and you do charged, strong attacks, that you can actually get those attacks off without being interrupted. And some R1 attacks with large weapons. That's what the poise stat is for. So wearing high poise gear is only useful if you're using a giant fuck-off weapon with slow-ass attacks. It's hyper armor. And it's fucking useless for everybody else. So yeah, if you're expecting this to save you from being stun-locked, you're out of your damn mind. Now, defense. They changed up how defense works. We now have two stats, flat defense and absorption. If I remember correctly, it goes like this. It goes the enemy's damage minus your flat defense minus your absorption percentage. So, if an enemy hits you 100, hits you for 100 damage before defense, you take off 20, that's 80, minus, say 30%, you take 30% off of the 80, which is the amount of damage you would actually take. That's the basic function of how this defense system works. It's a lot more complicated than that because Miyazaki loves fucking calculations and math. See, Limit Breaker's damage absorption for Dark Souls 3 video if you want a better explanation. And here's how toggle weapons and items still work as always. Yep. And we're not going to go down that path just yet. Instead, I'll go down there when I kill the boss of the Cemetery of Ash. And it looks like we're in the mountains. Well, actually, technically we're below a castle. In the mountains. And then there is our destination. That's where we need to go. Oh, what a lovely castle behind us. And it's fucking big. And I'll never understand how overhanging castles can actually stand up like that without falling to gravity. It always boggles the mind when I see that shit. Rest out a bonfire to restore HP and Estus. As well as respawning all the enemies and getting our first fucking emote. Hooray for rest, our first jester. Getting all the gestures means you need to fail a certain NPC storyline quest, which is annoying. Because apparently they decided to have an achievement based on collecting all the gestures, and one of them is very much a pain in the ass to get. Oh, the sword guys have more HP. They don't die in a single hit. And here's the jumping tutorial, which I fucked up because I jumped too early. And here's the plunging attack. Still the same as always. Nice try, buddy. And over there is the boss kneeling on the ground. Oh wow, my PC's actually producing some heat for once. Are you telling me my fucking 1050 Ti and Ryzen 20, is it 26 or 25? It doesn't matter. You're telling me my PC finally is starting to run a little bit hot? Hooray. And let's just wipe all these idiots out. Get out of my way. Oh, thank you for the chime that I don't really need right now. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. There we go. All that for a Titanite shard. Nice. And since I collected a shard, that should tell me off the bat. Here we are. Titanite shard for weapon reinforcement. Reinforces weapons to +3. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. Notice how it doesn't say, armor? A gem of infused titanite, found in rare cases inside demons. Used in infusion to create fire weapons. Fire weapons inflict fire damage but lose scaling effects. Yeah, fire weapons no longer scale with stats anymore. They just add a flat fire damage. Yeah, there's a reason why the titanite doesn't say armor. Because you can't upgrade armor in this game. Like I said, they took inspiration from Bloodborne. And you can't upgrade armor in Bloodborne. There's a reason why, for better and for worse, that this game takes after Bloodborne. Nice try. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fading soul and fire bombs. Thank you. Those will be useful. Now we can go kill the boss, go to the other side path, fight that enemy, and basically head to our main hub for the game and call it a video. Because the tutorial is very short. Can't upgrade armor in Bloodborne, can't upgrade armor in Dark Souls 3. Which means all armor is fashion. Defense is useless. Okay, what do we got here? Well, obviously, this guy is a nod to Old King Doran based on his design, but he seems to have a sword stuck in his chest, as well as a parasite popping out of his back. Hey, Venom, you want to come out here and start swinging? No? Alright. I guess I'll wake up your host by removing the fucking stake from his heart. Was he, a fucking vampire? And he's pissed. Say hi to Udix Gundyr, the tutorial boss. And a rather easy one. Just keep dodging all of his attacks and you'll be fine. I'm not kidding, don't block. He's big, slow, and... well, he... ow. Can combo you to death. It's not that difficult. Okay, I fucked that one up. It's the fucking delay timing that gets me. If you can't tell, I played this game before. And here comes Venom! Venom here is weak to fire. And he does increase damage when he's like this, so just toss. You can either toss the firebomb if you like to at him, or just pick a Pyromancer and throw some fireballs and he's dead. And we get the coiled sword for our troubles. Ember restored. Yay! Our first boss down. Victory's mine. Woohoo. Yeah, as you can't tell, Gundyr is kind of weak. Bonfire lit. Considering that the last time I played Dark Souls 3 was on New Game Plus 2, that was easy. Now then, before I go any further, let's head back. Resting here was a dumb idea, considering it respawned all the enemies, but they die in a single swing, so it doesn't matter! Axe hurt. A fair bit. Good God, it feels weird to be playing this in constant 60. I'm used to playing it at 30 and maybe higher or lower. And I have a base PS4 model, not a Pro, or a PS5, so this is going to be an interesting playthrough in some certain areas. I mean, I can already tell it's performing a lot better just because of the fucking intro. And you're dead. Smack you. Smack you. Okay, those fuckers don't see me, so let's go in here. This says, turn back. Oh what, is there going to be a tough enemy back here? Indeed there is, but it's no Black Knight. Instead, it's a giant fucking crystal lizard. Hello. Ow. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Or you could do a smart thing, which is, since this guy likes to roll, you can actually bait him to fall off the ledge outside. Oh, don't you start spewing frost. I better heal just in case. Cool. And we got a riposte. If the enemy staggers, you can riposte them. If I had an S-stock, this guy would be staggered already. That weapon does some staggering damage like no one's business. Ow. Ah, man, I was kind of hoping for the Titanite scale. Well, giant crystal lizard's more appropriate, but it's actually something different. Titanite altered by a soul. Reinforces soul transposed weapons to +4. Boss weapons. Oops. Weapons forged by soul transposition. Transpont? I can't say that word. Transposition can only be reinforced by Titanite of the same kind. In rare cases, crystal lizards devour souls, growing to monstrous proportion and leaving these great scales. Huh, so I was right. Giant crystal lizards. Go figure. Well, I was kind of hoping to get the stagger parry. Stagger parry? The stagger riposte off to do a beautiful execution finish, but nope. Just standard swings for me, I guess. And oh yeah, the coiled sword that we got. It's a key item. Sword missing from the shrine bonfire. Cannot be equipped as a weapon. Yet. Thrust into the shrine bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash, as judged by the Udex, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. Basically, I just got the ability to warp between bonfires as soon as I get this to a shrine, which is right over there. So, let's get rid of you. You drop anything? Nope. Plunging attack. Backstab. You drop anything? Nope. That will be fine. Famous last words, right? Famous last fucking words. Open up the door. Anything behind it? Nope. What a lovely view this is. Too bad it's blinding as fuck. Kill all the hollows. Ah, 2 for 1. Love to see it. Oh. Hi there, I almost missed you. Oh, a broken straight sword. Oh, press this button to open up the menu. Like I need that. Sorry, pal, your shield can't save you from a fireball in your face. And there's our first homeward bone. Probably not going to be needing to use those. Since I'm probably going to more than let me try again. I'm probably going to end up having more than enough faith in order to use homeward again. So, I don't think I'll need that. So, do I just go straight into the shrine and collect all the treasure next time, or do it now? I'll do it next time. Let's just get in here and end the video. Welcome to Firelink Shrine. I think it got a little bit some renovation since the last time we were here. Don't you think? We'll talk to you in a bit. Hello.
Welcome to the bonfire, Unkindled One. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Hello, Firekeeper.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
And we are Unkindled Ash. We have a name. We embed the coiled sword into this. A bonfire has been lit. Now what?
Ashen One, Produce the coiled sword at the bonfire. The mark of ash will guide thee to the land of the lords, to Lothric, where the homes of the lords converge.
Or otherwise known as the castle that's right beside the shrine.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
Oh, thanks.
Ashen One, I'm Ashen.
Yeah, sure, let's have a look.
Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master, inhabiting ash, casting themselves upon new forms. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels.
Yeah, as you can see, she sort of sounds like the sounds like the Maiden in Black from Demon Souls when she does this. Anyway. Ooh, I can get 7 levels.
Let them assume a new master, inhabiting ash, casting
Let's get these up to 17 and this up to 10.
Let these souls withdraw.
Well, actually, hang on a minute. I'm actually going to hold off on this because I can't really get any buffing spells at the start.
Elucidated by fire.
And it's going to be a fair bit until I can actually get them. So instead, I'm actually going to get the stats I'm going to need for my main weapon.
Let them assume
Actually, now that I think about it, I need to actually look up the stats real quick because I think I remember what stats I need, but let me just double check this real quick here.
manifestations of disparity.
Weapons. Gotta scroll all the way to here, and we want
Beyond the reach of flame.
this one.
Let them assume
What are the stat requirements for you?
inhabiting ash, casting
Ah,
themselves upon
okay. Alright then. If you can't tell what my weapon is based on my stats already, well, you're about to be
manifestation.
not very surprised, actually. But having high dexterity is always useful. Yeah, I'm gonna get my weapon. Yeah.
Darkness beyond the reach of
Oof.
flame.
Oh shit.
Let them
Okay, so the plan is get the stats that I need for the weapon I'm going to use first.
casting themselves
Then I can worry about everything else. So I need
let these souls.
a few more levels, but that'll be fine.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Oh, thank you. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for today. Short episode, it's the intro, character creation, and, well, getting to the Firelink Shrine. In the next episode, we're going to talk to everyone here in the shrine so far, go back outside and do a little bit of exploration, because there's some stuff for us to grab. And once we're done with that, we head on to the rest of the game. But until then, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. And okay, that'll work.